What's up, guys? My name is Jonathan Wilmoth. I'm the head trainer here at Burn Boot Camp Mountain Creek. We've been doing a series of videos about push-up form, pressing. Today we got squats and deadlifts. I'm going to show you a couple of tips and pointers, hopefully to help you out with form. Make sure that you're not rounding your back. Make sure you got a good squat going on. And I'll show you a couple of keys and kind of takeaways to check yourself at home. Make sure you got good form even at home, using a mirror, using a camera, all that kind of good stuff. We're going to start with squats first, right? I like to start with a box. So I'm going to bring a box on out. I'm going to set my box up right here in front of me. Everybody does squats. Every day you kind of get out of your car. Every day you stand up out of bed. You're going to be doing a squat. I'll kind of show you from a side view what I'm looking for in a squat. If I also use a box, I'll be sitting directly down into the box. I'm at the bottom of a squat. I stand up. That's my squat. So every time I get out of a chair, again out of the car, I'm basically doing a squat. So they can be lower squats, higher squats. You squat right there. So sitting down. Standing back up. That's going to be the basic movement. That's going to be a modification. If you're kind of very much starting out, that range of motion is just not there, you guys can use a box on that one. I use a lot of that with my members. For a squat, without using the assistance of a box, I'm just going to go about hip width. All right, so my feet are hip width. I like to keep my heels directly under my hips. So I'm going to squat down. I always start my movement thinking about pushing my hips back. If I don't push my hips back, my knees are going to want to bend first. That's already pushing a lot of pressure into my knees. So I always want to start by hinging at my hips. Once my hips start going back, my knees can actually follow, get right about parallel, and stand back up. As I'm going for my squat, I'm thinking about grinding, right? Driving my feet into the ground. So on the outside of my foot, I'm driving from my toe, big toe, all the way out to my heel, the outside, digging into the ground as I go. So I'll show you from the front view. Putting my heels down, nice and strong to the ground. What I'm going to do when I push my outside of my foot into the ground, I'm going to keep my ankle from going in too much. So I'll show you what that looks like real quick. If I'm not going to stay really strong on the outside of my foot, when I squat, you kind of notice my heels come in a little too much, and they go up and down. It's an okay squat, but it's not going to be good as I kind of start moving into heavier weights, moving into more consistent body weight squats. So on the outside of my foot, push down from my toes, all the way on the outside ridge, all the way to my heel. When I squat now, my heel's not going to cave in at the bottom. So I'm really strong there. My knees are kind of pointing out the angle, going to come right back up. What about you do with your back, right? So as my back is going down, I want to squat down my hips, and my chest stays really tall. So I don't want to drop my shoulders. I don't want to keep my hands out in front. I want to stay really tall with my shoulders. So how I do that, one way to do that would be grab your hands, put them across your chest. It's like this, I squat down. It's going to help me stay nice and tall. Another way, imagine I got my hands holding them almost overhead, squat down, it's going to make me keep tall, go up and down, up and down. So that's where you're going to squat. As I start adding weights and stuff, really everything stays similar. Once I do what I like to do is a goblet squat. So we flip that kettlebell upside down. This helps me stay really tall by keeping that kettlebell right on my chin. I just squat down and then the deep squat, come back up and back down. That's going to keep me from arching forward. I don't want to be doing that. So again, one more time, squat down and back up. Using that kettlebell sometimes can help us with that squat. All right, so going into deadlift, there are so many different kinds of deadlifts. We've got Romanian deadlifts, we've got straight leg deadlifts, sumo deadlifts, we've got regular deadlift, bent knee, straight leg, so many different varieties. What is a deadlift compared to a squat? Squat, you're starting at a standing position. I'm going to take the weight, if I'm holding the weight, whatever I'm standing, I'm going down, and I'm coming back up. So there's a lot more engagement in my quads. I got some glutes going on, but it's more of a standing position, going down, standing all the way back up. And I'm deadlifting, grab that kettlebell, I'm going to come in and picking up a weight off the ground. So again, there's tons of different kinds of deadlifts I can do. I can do a straight leg deadlift, be standing down, holding that weight to the top, setting that down. I got a traditional deadlift, which would be squatting, almost like a squat as I come down. But again, I'm pulling the weight from the ground, setting it back down. That's also a deadlift. I'm pulling the weight from the ground rather than standing at the top. And then I also got like sumo deadlift, which would be a wide deadlift, all that kind of stuff. We're just going to go over some keys about what is your deadlift, how to fix up your form. With this one especially, I like using a camera. So I got a camera here, kind of recording myself. I can always see what I look like when I go through this. So when I do a deadlift, if I'm rounding my back, I can kind of see. So it's something you can do at home. Use that camera, set it up. You can use a mirror. That works as well, except you have to look at a side. So I like using a camera. First thing I'm going to do, again, let's say I'm going to do a traditional deadlift. I'm just going to go get nice and low, pick it off the ground. As if I had like a box or something, I'm picking up something heavy. I want to squat down, pick it up. We did med balls today. So you got a heavy med ball. I'm going to squat down for that med ball, pick it up, toss it on my shoulder. I want to get nice and low, pull the weight from the ground. So feet are about hip width. Again, very similar to a squat setup. I'm going to start by pushing my hips back. Again, that's going to start engaging my hamstrings as I come down. As I lower my chest, I want to make sure that my hamstrings, again, are still engaged. My back is flat. How to keep my back flat? One key is to pull your shoulders. Imagine there's a tennis ball right between your shoulders. Pull the shoulders back. Send your hips back. That's going to be my beginning. I can come all the way down. Once I reach that weight, my hamstrings are engaged. I'm going to pull it to the top and back down. Set it back down exactly the same way I did. I like keeping the kettlebell or the weight as close as I can to my body, because if I picked it up between my shoes, I don't want to set it out in front of me. For example, one way of doing that, if I do that and it's set out in front of me, that's not why I really picked it up. So the weight's really far in front. So I'm going to put it back right in line with my shoes. That weight's in line with the stability with my body, midline of my body. So let's give you a deadlift. Again, using a camera is going to help you make sure that you're not rounding your shoulders. One thing would be rounding my shoulders when I come down. Even though my back might be flat, my shoulders are still rounded. Another thing might be my lower back is rounding, so I might be rotating, especially if I have really tight hamstrings and glutes, might be rounding my back. A couple tips and pointers to help you out with that rounding your back. One thing I want to start with is going to be a good morning. So I'm going to put my hands on my hips. When I do that, I'm going to think pushing my butt back to the wall as my chest goes down. Then I know exactly where I'm rotating. So I'm rotating here, I'm going to push back my hips, there, and back up. Again, pretty straight leg as I go with that one. That's teaching me how to round, not round my back, stay nice and flat. Another key, I got my pole over here again. You can use this one. I'm going to put this on my back right here. I'm going to hold it there. So it's a nice straight line. So when I'm moving, I'm not going to go around my back as I kind of go down. So when I'm hinging over, keep my back flat. I see that still my shoulders, still my lower back. They come down and back up. That's going to keep me from rounding because I know, oh, it's no longer on my back. So that's going to kind of help me and teach me as I hinge over, come back up. If I'm squatting down, my back is really flat and tall. You could use a pole, you could use a broom, whatever, to help you out with that as well. Make sure your back is flat. I like using the camera a lot, as I've mentioned a few times. It's always helped me whenever I get like a heavy deadlift, a 1 rep max, any kind of thing like that. I'm using those. All right, a couple tips for you guys. Hopefully that helps. Helps kind of clear up some form. And we guys, we'll see you kind of hopefully lifting some heavy weights, and we'll see you in camp pretty soon.